Hello everyone. This time we will talk about enhanced version of basic OAuth, which is digest authentication. As we saw in basic OAuth, the username and password sent to the server in just base64 encoding, which is basic encoding can be decoded easily. So they developed digest OAuth to add a hashing layer to the basic OAuth. It's less common than basic OAuth, but we will discuss it anyway because it still exists in some endpoints. As we said, digest OAuth made to add a hashing layer to basic authentication. It uses MD5 and nonce to hash the username and password along with request methods and URI. Okay. Let's have a look into how challenge headers look like. As you can see, it contains normal www authenticate header, but this time the value consists of digest, which is the type of authentication, and realm, which is the description of authentication, and you can find another parameters like QOP, which stands for quality of protection, and nonce and opaque. The browser or the client will calculate the hash based on the credentials you will give and the quality of protection, the QOP parameter. It will calculate by something like that. HA1, which is MD5 of username and the realm and the password, and HA2, which is MD5 of request method and the URI, and the response will calculate it by the result of MD5, HA1 and nonce count and client nonce count, and the QOP and HA2. But you don't have to memorize all of this. You can find all the algorithms and how it calculated in Wikipedia and Mozilla Wiki. Then you send the request with authorization header with the digest, which is the type of authentication, and username and the realm, the description, and nonce, along with URI and QOP, quality of protection, nonce count and client nonce count, also the calculated response and opaque. Okay, enough theory, and let's have some examples. I wrote another PHP script to show you how digest authentication works. So let's run it. And let's type digest.php. Here perp intercepted request, so let's forward it. Here is the window of authentication, and with realm restricted area. Okay, let's add username and password and hit OK. Here is okay. Let's forward it, and here should show me that I'm logged as guest. So let's have a look at the HTTP history to see how it works. First, we will find the request to the backend server, and here is the response of the backend server with header www authenticate, and here we'll find that it uses digest authentication, and here is the realm and the QOP of auth, and here is the nonce and opaque. Okay, and here is our response trying to authenticate. Here is our request headers. You will find authorization. Here is the type of authentication, which is digest. The username is guests and realm restricted area. This is the nonce and this is the URI we are requesting. Here is our calculated hashed response and the OPAC which is sent to us. To understand it more, let's request it via Postman. Here is our same request. If we hit send, okay, let's see what happened. Yes, here is the request of the request response from the header www authenticate. He said that digest authentication and here realm QB the nonce the OPAC. Okay, if we try to request the same URL, but let's define digest authentication, he will the postman will ask about these parameters. So we'll give him the username and the realm and his password, guest, and let's update it with nonce, the same nonce that sent to us. The algorithm, the default algorithm is MD5, which is the most supported algorithm in the browsers. But if the response responded with another algorithm, you must use it. But let's make it MD5 for now. The QOP is auth nonce counted 1. It's our first attempt. So, and here's OPAC. Okay, let's update the request and hit send. If we see here, we are logged in as guest. So again, you don't have to memorize all of this. You can use Postman to make the request as digest or basic auth, and you can find more about the algorithm used in Wikipedia and Mozilla Firefox wiki. In the next session, we will have the attacks you can make on basic authentication and digest authentication. So see you next time. Thank you.